Hello, my name is Norman Austin and I'm from Kingsway International. And I just stopped by just to tell you a little bit about what's going on with this word bullying. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, there was a shooting in Iowa where a young man took some of his peers' life, and not just their life, but he also took his life. That came from bullying. And we're at a time right now where we have to look into this word bullying, and we have to stop it. Parents, what do you say? What do you think about when you hear the word bullying? What happens when your kid comes home from school and all you say to them is, "How was your day?" And they answer, "Okay, it's fine." We have to go further. A lot of our kids are being bullied, not just in school, but in the neighborhood, but they're not saying anything about it. The reason that they don't say anything about it, because they're keeping a lot inside of them. They won't talk about what's going on with them during the day or at night. So we as parents, we have to ask the question. We have to ask those tough questions that we never asked before. Are you being bullied? Do you know anybody being bullied? Are you bullying people? Bullying is a word that we try to get away from, but at this time of our life, we can't get away with it. Our kids are losing their lives over being bullied. They're becoming depressed. They're hiding, just to themselves. They're pulling away from families. They're pulling away from friends because of what's going on in their life, and they don't want to talk about it. If you know anything about bullying and a kid being bullied, he's not going to tell you anything about it. You have to pull it out of him. He's not going to tell you that he's being bullied at school, because he don't want those people that's bullying him to keep bullying him. Or he don't want it known as a snitch. Kids who are being bullied don't tell. We have to drag it out of them by asking them questions that we never asked before. We just think that our kids go to school and then they come home and they're all right. And we wonder why their grades are going down. We wonder why they're depressed all the time. We wonder why they're not talking to us. They're coming home and they're going into their room. And every time you see them, even when it's hot outside, they got long sleeves on. A lot of them are depressed from being bullied. Coaches, what about the players? It's not just happening with families, but it's also happening in the sports arenas, on the basketball courts, on the football. What about that kid that just moved to the area and everybody said how good he was? But when he gets to your team, he's not the same person. And you wondering, where's that kid at that everybody was talking about? Is it because the people on your team that he hasn't been familiar with is pushing him to the side? Or they telling him that, oh, he wasn't part of the clique before? So what are we doing? What are we doing? We have to start asking questions. Questions are very important, especially at a time like this. Our kids need us, parents. Our kids need us, coaches, to ask the tough question. We don't know where their minds is. What happens if, parents, you get a phone call that's saying your kid hurt somebody in school? Or not you just getting a call. What if you get a call saying that your kid took somebody's life? Or not even that. What about the call that comes to you saying that your kid is no longer here, that they killed herself? You want to know why? Why did they do this? Why did they do that? They're the questions that we need to start asking now. Let's not wait until they kill themselves or kill somebody else or make somebody hurt themselves to answer the tough questions. The time of being just friends is over. Our kids need us because they're going places that we don't understand. We wonder why they're pulling away from the family. We're wondering why they not as happy as they used to be. And we've seen them for a long time. We're not just talking about elementary. We're talking about elementary, middle school, and high school. We have to start asking the question, are you being bullied? And we got to know what bullying is. There's a lot of bullying being talked about. So we have to get in that conversation. We have to have that conversation with other parents. We have to have that conversation with friends. We have to let them know that bullying is real. You have to start taking notice in the changes that your child makes. The time is now. Don't just hear about it. Do something about it. Because you may be the only one that can save them. Find out who they're hanging around with. Find out what they're doing during the daytime. Why they're not talking to you. Why are they just coming in, dropping their books and going to their room? Or are they always on those games? There's no inner connection with you. Because our kids are holding a lot of stuff inside of them that they won't let out. We got to bring it out. We got to give them confidence. We got to let them know that we care. And what they say with us, that we're going to do something about it. Let's not just hear about bullying and do nothing. There's things that we have to do. There's people that we have to contact. Our kids need us. Our friends' kids need us. We're a community. And bullying is the enemy. And we have to fight it. The time is now. Don't wait. Don't wait for somebody to knock on your door or make a call to you and say that your kid been hurt. Let's get in front of this bullying thing. Let's learn about what it is. Let's learn how to go against it. What we got to do, what we got to say. Because there's children's lives that depend on us. If there's more questions that you have, you can always come to our website, kingswayint.org, and ask questions. We'll be able to talk. I urge you to send this video out to somebody else because you're not alone. We want to fight bullying together. We want to stop it. The time is now for us to do something. Let's not depend on nobody else. Let us be the first ones to ask the hard questions. Let us be the first ones to do something about it. We have conversations about everything else. Let's have conversations about bullying and what's it's doing to our family. Bullying, what's it's doing to our community. Bullying. Why are we losing our kids to bullying? The time is now.